Hello, everybody. This is Justin Case of American Newscape, rejoining our friend and media personality, Jerry Maldonado, back a little, and we're both a little less for the wear, but back for another installment of Meatball Therapy. Hello, Jerry. Welcome back to American Newscape.
Welcome. Yeah, Meatball. It's been a week, man. I missed you. I missed you. Happy National Grumpy Day to all my unhappy people out there.
Well, I'm a happy person, but I think I can qualify for grumpy.
Yeah, well, at our age, everything hurts, man. But it's all good. It's all good.
Beats the heck out of the alternative.
Today is National Senior Day where I work, and all I smell is Bengay. So much love to the Bengay out there. It helps a lot, and it's temporary.
Well, yeah, it's a wonderful placebo for some.
Here comes the hate mail.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can see it now. I'm sorry, but it's all coming to you. It's my show on your site, so you're sucking wind with that. I'm sorry.
Oh, we enjoy hate mail, and we really don't get it.
Yes.
We get people questioning our our sanity. I was going to say, but okay, all right. Enough about us. Enough about us. Jerry, you wanted to talk about branding, and I think branding matters. So why don't you kick this off and see where it goes?
Yeah, branding to me. I mean, I've always been made fun of back in the day, and still to this day, that I'm always fixing the little things about me because to me, I shared a metaphor with my kids when they were really young. We drove by this billboard on the side of the road. They say, "Dad, I want that." I said, "That's great." I said, "Think of yourself as that." And what I meant by that philosophical quote, as they looked at me kind of starry-eyed and glary-eyed, they're like, "What are you talking about, man?" I said, "Remember, you advertise yourself every single day. So how you look is actually branding yourself to the world. You're showing the world who you are." I said, if you're trying to create success, you got to be on the outside success. If you're trying to bring the love of your life, I didn't explain that to them back then. I would shoot the guy who would try to come near him back then. But even now, I said, you got to look your best because I featured a show on my Facebook Live about Giorgio Armani. And this is a guy now who can put his name on a bag of chips, man, and charge $1,000 for it. He literally changed the outcome of a name. And he did it from his little peevish habits that he has. He's relentless at the little things. He's relentless at every button, every facet of an article of clothing because he believed in his heart wholeheartedly how we look is what we attract. And if people realize that, they'll stop going to the store in their sweatpants, man. They'll realize that every day, every time you step out the door, if you're looking for opportunities, you got to present the opportunity you're trying to attract to you.
Well, I think that's a lot broader suggestion than even you talk about, Jerry, because you need to present yourself. You need to be honest to yourself and present who you are and be proud of who you are, and you will attract people that are of like minds.
Indeed.
Confidence is one of the is a wonderful quality in people, and others are attracted to it.
Well, actually, confidence is energy as well. I mean, your shoulders are back. I mean, this is simple philosophy for those who are trying to bring to them what they desire in life. It's amazing how many people come on my page. I'm looking for love. I said, well, stop going to the store in your sweatpants, man. I said, start presenting the kind of love you want to attract, and you'll stop attracting the wrong love in your life. If people, I mean, maybe I'm old-fashioned, Meatball. I don't know. I can't see you too well up there. But remember when they went to the store in suits? I mean,
oh yeah,
these people, and this is what I'm talking about. People want to attract the best in life, but they present themselves in the outside world looking like they just fell out of bed. And when you start grasping those little things and those little peeves about yourself, like Armani did, he loved it. He had a great quote. I did. He goes, "I don't have a formula to pass on. I always did it my own way."
Yeah.
And people got to understand it's their own way that attracts the way to them. This is just using science to bring what you want and using meta science and quantum physics on the simplest realm. How you present yourself to the world every day in the outside fashion is what you're going to bring to you.
Well, absolutely, and that's where why branding matters, and I think a lot of people are chasing something that doesn't exist in reality, and they need to build
Oh,
their
great
own
point.
brand. They need to build their
Great
own
point.
brand and be proud of yourself. I chuckled when you talk about people were dressed to the nines in the grocery store. You remember in the '70s flying? It was like a red carpet fashion show on an airplane. Women were
Yeah.
in men were in suits. I remember taking red eyes to New York from Phoenix, and it was 5 o'clock in the morning, and everybody was in a suit, business suit, and it's just how they want to present themselves getting on the plane, and getting off the plane.
Well, you bring up a great point. It's just people had the basic fundamentals of what they wanted to bring to life. They were professionals. I tell my employees every day. I said, "You're not an associate. You're a professional. Act the part, no
Yeah,
matter what kind of title you have." And this is what I talk about. I know it's simple. Be the best you. All will come back to you, kind of thing. But it's those kind of morals. If you're looking for something, you have to be that something. And we say it here all the time. You and I are creating our own brand every day. I mean, you and I are creating our own special way of talking to the world, our unique way. The people who are not in media like you and I are need to do it their own way if they want to attract that way to them. They have to grasp hold of every aspect, every facet of the outside of them and be like Armani and create that name for themselves if they want that kind of success. I mean, we can name off, I mean, the majority of the sports figures and movie stars, they don't make their money from movies or sports. They make it from endorsements and sponsorships. Why? Because of their name. And your name is everything. And I'm a freak about that. I make sure not that I have to be something that I'm not. I'm just protecting my own asset, myself.
yeah, yeah, and certainly proud of yourself, as you should be.
Yeah, we all should be. I mean, seriously. I mean, yeah, we all made mistakes. We've all fallen down 7 times, got up 8. I get the whole, you know, quote from back then. But when you start grasping the fact that your appearance in life is gonna show the world who you are, it's not only from the inside. You got to focus on the outside self as well. You're looking for opportunity, be that. You're looking for this, be that. You start showing the world that you can't help but to attract that. It's inevitable. It's a great way of thinking about yourself. Even coming on the show, I literally go through a process. I know it sounds kind of OCD-ish. Sorry, me, Paul. Yeah, I still iron my clothes for everything and everywhere I go because I know I'm going to present myself to the world every single day the way I want to be. If your way is in sweatpants, that's fine. Be prepared to attract more sweatpants in your life, and you can't complain about it because this is who you are.
Right, right. If your world is you want to evolve around yoga pants and wear yoga pants wherever you're doing, wherever you go, just do it honestly, and do it as the best you possible.
A great point on yoga pants, man. They should outlaw those things. But no, I don't care. I'm just kidding.
You're
But I
just
ask people, when they're in the store, yeah, I'm just comfortable. I don't care. It's usually an expletive after that. But I'm like, okay, fine. So you don't care. I mean, this is why you're not happy. You start taking care of yourself in those simple little ways. You're showing the world the best you, not only from the inside, but the outside. That kind of collaboration with the universe and your mental thinking is just going to bring all kinds of things to you. The simplest form. You take care of yourself. You're going to attract the smiles. You're going to attract the feedback. You're going to attract the things that make you feel better. If you're looking to feel better, start looking better on the outside. Remember, your name is your asset. It's going to create residuals in your personal and professional life. It's simple little things like this, guys, that will only bring you more happiness in your life, man.
Well, you brought up something interesting about the people you work with and that work for you, and asking them to present themselves with pride because their pride affects the whole team. It affects everybody working for that common goal, to get in and out of the job and be as productive as possible. And I think that should be everybody's goal and whatever they're doing in their life. And that's a branding in itself.
Yeah, they upper corporate management asked me, why is your team, why don't you have the turnover rate as the majority of other departments? I said, because I inspire my employees, Meatball. I tell them who they are, and I show them that how special they are. And productivity increases by a third just by those little quotes that I give them every day. I'm not trying to, in, I'm trying to intrigue them or entice them to show the true professionalism that got them the job in the first place. And if employees realize they're leaders too of their own destiny, then start with your occupation. Show the world who you are. Present that best self. And I told them, I said, you can't lose at this game. You start presenting yourself the best way. Keep the attitude to a minimum. Yes, it's not their fault that you're having a bad day. You applied for the job that you're working at. When you realize the responsibility you have, you realize the choices that you make, you realize the destiny that you're creating from it.
Well, absolutely. And as they learn those lessons from you, I'm getting feedback. You must have leaned towards your microphone again.
I did, Meatball. I was getting close like that, man. I'm showing the flaws. You can
But
edit that in the post.
no, we don't edit it. We don't edit
I
it.
know.
But you're teaching them life lessons that'll help them, and as they succeed in those lessons, they will start to snowball for them, and
Oh yeah.
that's their future.
Well, like I said, I mean, we're all humans. We're all humans out here trying to do our best. Why not be, if I'm in a leadership position, I'm going to show that leadership position. And that simple kind of management technique has helped me tremendously keep the people that I have, keep the production line moving without any excess or effort involved. It's just me giving off that good vibration.
Well,
People look to me not only for inspiration, but dedication. If I'm showing how dedicated I am, it's like a sickness, it spreads.
yes.
And when people start showing that best you, I hate to use that kind of, metaphor for that, but it spreads. You'll start attracting people to you that are giving you compliments and showing who you are to the world only enhances your life in the most simple but basic way. You may not become an Armani per se or a Trump or a name out there that's known to the world, but damn it, you're going to be the best you and you're going to bring it all back to you.
Well, I agree. And people that are in mid-level jobs need to respect their bosses, no matter how hard that might be, because their success is going to reflect on you, and vice versa.
Yeah, it's all opinion based. Yes, indeed. Great point. Whatever kind of relationship you have with management is going to dictate your outcome, obviously. Um, but it's the relationship you have with yourself.
Yes.
You build a good relationship with yourself, and you handle that every day, and you show the world that every day. It's going to be a natural flow. You're not going to have confrontation. You're not going to have issues with other people. You're just going to flow, just go with the flow. And this is what I do every day. That was the hardest job for me during this transformation, was just realizing how unique I was and showing that to the world on a confident level. And it's an evolving process. It's not going to happen overnight, but darn it, you're gonna. I was going to say another word, but you're going to bring it about in the most beautiful way, little by little.
Well, it's like your upper management. They take you for granted, but they marvel at the loyalty of your team.
Yeah, and you're right. They do take me for granted.
Well,
but
but there's
but
nothing wrong
former
with that.
management. No, no, no. See, I don't mind. I mean, to
Right.
me, where I was 10 years ago, and you know me from 10 years ago living out of a dumpster, man, to now is a blessing. I take nothing for granted.
No, I
It
know.
was the best lesson that I had living out and trying to eat spoiled food to survive. So to me, I have no problem with that. And I'm blessed with what I have because I created it. All around me, I created it. And it's the best thing to look at every day. If people got to that part of their life when they're counting their blessings, they'll realize how blessed they really are.
Well, I agree, Jerry. And just because they take you for granted, they're noticing. They're paying attention. And that's the win. That's the big win. And that's a big win for your team.
I never see them. I never see upper management.
But that's good.
Yeah, it's my point exactly. I mean, this is what I'm talking about. And like I said, I'm not some sycophant out there, meatball. I'm not. I don't need to do that. I'm just being myself,
Right.
showing my staff who I am, and they're showing me back with their productivity. Hence, that shows back with the numbers that keeps everybody happy. And this is the karmic effect in life. It's the gift that keeps on giving. You keep showing that self, hence your name out to the world the best way you can every day. You can't help but to bring about, situations like you and I have had instead of the lateral, which is not as good as what we wanted, man.
Well, there you go. So, Jerry, branding does matter. Why don't you give us a final thought and we'll put this one in the bag?
Every day you look in the mirror, you have a name. Remember, take pride in that name. Take pride in yourself. Take pride in who you are. You are a direct reflection of yourself in the world today. Make sure you're looking at yourself in a good way. You can only manifest from that.
Very good. Hey, everybody, this has been Justin Case and Jerry Maldonado. Despite being tired, we brought you Meatball Therapy. Thanks for joining us. Remember, additional information and links provided in this video is read more. Today's the day to subscribe to this channel. Please learn more about Jerry Maldonado when time permits.